It's our second year playing with Jean-Francois and his organization, which is a very good one. We're happy to represent La Bamba Areco, and we're happy to be there. We got a very tough quarterfinal, but we're going to give it a good go.
I was going to say you have Facundo and Landian and the boys in the quarterfinal. They're looking pretty good, but Dubai gave them a run the other day, 7 checker, so it's not like they're unbeatable.
So it's a very tough season. There's many teams that are very competitive. Everything is very even. As you say, the other day they had a really good game. Indiana is probably the team to beat because they're the champions, the last champions of the Queens Cup. So I don't know. We know we have a chances. We need to play well again. We need to prepare, get those horses ready that are going very well, and give it a good go.
Well done, Pelon. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
So La Martina has been involved with guards for about 13 years now. So we began as official supplier, so we made all of the uniform for the team here and the ground staff, and then we moved on to take over the shop, which was brilliant for us and obviously gave us our home in polo, which was great. And then from then on we had the global licensing rights, which then gave us the rights to produce and sell the Guards brand globally. So one of the key things about La Martina, of course, is our ongoing investment in technical equipment. This is new this year. We were developing it over the winter with pros and patrons in the arena. And this is an English designed and produced polo saddle. So really exciting for us that we've got such a good quality top polo saddle on our shelves, and really exciting for us to start designing and producing polo equipment within the UK. This also is our new English designed and produced polo helmet, also new onto the shelf for this season. So again, following in our growth of technical equipment that's designed and produced within the UK, this is a really great helmet, up to standard. Obviously we followed the more traditional look for those who are slightly more afraid of the new style helmet. So La Martina has been producing the kit and uniform to Guards Polo Club for over 10 years. So because it had been such a long time, we decided to do the first redesign in a decade. And this is the result, which is the new staff uniform here, but you can also buy it obviously in the store. So it's a lot more luxurious. It's got all the detail which relates to the military past of Guards Polo Club. So really exciting for us to be launching the first uniform change in 10 years. So we've just had the 121st varsity match, which we at La Martina have been supporting for 3 years now.
The annual varsity match that has been played here at the Guards Polo Club for over 2 decades was started in 1878 when Oxford played Cambridge at the Bullingdon Cricket Ground. Now in its 121st year, the annual varsity match is the second oldest continuously running match in the world. Played every year, Oxford currently lead the series 59 matches to 55. So very generously sponsored by La Martina.
And what's interesting is that this year we did something very different with the students, which is the first time we've asked guest designers to design for La Martina. So Cambridge had the chance to design a Cambridge University polo t-shirt, and Oxford also, this is their winning t-shirt design. So it's really exciting for us that the students have had the chance to design a La Martina piece of clothing. So because we've also had the shop for over a decade, we decided that this year we would do a refurbishment. So we opened in April with a completely new look La Martina store. We changed the furniture, painted the floor, painted all the walls, so a lot lighter and brighter than it was before. So all good to go for the future. Lots of lovely England produced and designed technical equipment, a new look.
No, well, it was very important. More than, one, the positioning, but more importantly, to get our team morale back up, because we lost the game against Morris Sanctus. We were leading, we should have won. Then we played Landiana, which was a tough ask, and we didn't play well. So no, we needed this for team morale, and also puts us a bit further up in the rankings for the mini playoff things. So yeah, we desperately needed it.
He checks and turns. There's the strike infield by Baimi. Baimi's shot. Oh, what a goal, James Baim. Wow, Superos has gone. I should say Pierres has gone up there. Baimi fixing it now. Here comes a shot from Baim. A hell of a hit from James Baim.
So it was a hard game. They were quite even, sort of balanced team against us. The fifth chakra was hectic. Every horse was very tired. So no, it was hard work. We're tired, but we're happy now, and hopefully we'll go that way from here on. No, well, it was very important. More than, one, the positioning, but more importantly, to get our team morale back up, because we lost the game against Mura Sanctus. We were leading, we should have won. Then we played Landiana, which was a tough ask, and we didn't play well. So no, we needed this for team morale, and also puts us a bit further up in the rankings for the mini playoff things. So yeah, we desperately needed it.
He checks and turns. There's the strike infield by Baimi. Baimi's shot. Oh, what a goal, James Baim. Wow, Superos has gone. I should say Pierres has gone up there. Baimi fixing it now. Here comes a shot from Baim. A hell of a hit from James Baim.
So it was a hard game. They were quite even, sort of balanced team against us. The fifth chakra was hectic. Every horse was very tired. So no, it was hard work. We're tired, but we're happy now, and hopefully we'll go that way from here on.
Cartier Queens Cup for 2019. 2 games being brought to you live by Guards Polo TV, King Power and Emlor. First half wasn't great from King Power, but the second half, my word.
We have a very bad first half all the game, so we have to improve that. But today was a very important win for us.
You played one, you've lost one, but the second half, was there a change in tactics? Was there something that was said at half time that said, come on boys, a bit more motivation, or what did you do?
No, basically we only changed their knockings, how we would wait for their knockings.
Yes.
But basically we were putting out many goals, so we have been missing a lot of goals. I think we have to get a bit better when it gets to scoring.
Yeah.
And probably
and wake up a little bit in the first half.
See, but also if we get the right goals in, maybe
Yes.
we're not that far. We can come back.
You can put the other teams under pressure. But the team played very well as a team. They all made contributions. Tom, Pablo, yourself, and Juan Martin. I mean, and what a goal he hit over here. Amazing, no?
He shouted before the ball went in because he was in the air.
Yeah.
And well, I think we had today some help from somewhere else.
Up here,
Yes.
maybe? Yeah.
Eh? He had to push us a little bit.
Listen, well done. Many congratulations and good luck with the rest of the
Thank you
tournament.
very much.
Queens Cup for 2019. 2 games being brought to you live by Guards Polo TV, King Power and MLAW. The first half wasn't great from King Power, but the second half, my word.
We have a very bad first half all the game, so we have to improve that. But today was a very important win for us.
You played one, you've lost one, but the second half, was there a change in tactics? Was there something that was said at half time that said, come on boys, a bit more motivation, or what did you do?
No, basically we only changed their knockings, how we would wait for their knockings.
Yes.
But basically we were putting out many goals, so we have been missing a lot of goals. I think we have to get a bit better when it gets to scoring.
Yeah.
And probably
And wake up a little bit in the first half.
See, but also if we get the right balls in, maybe
Yes.
we are not that far. We can come back.
You can put the other teams under pressure. But the team played very well as a team. They all made contributions. Tom, Pablo, yourself, and Juan Martin. I mean, and what a goal he hit over here. Just amazing, you know?
He shouted before the ball went in because it was in the air.
Yeah.
And well, I think we had today some help from somewhere else.
Up here,
Yes.
maybe? Yeah.
Eh? He had to push us a little bit.
Listen, well done. Many congratulations and good luck with the rest of the
Thank you very much.
To defend for Talent Rackets. Tocolino with another big drive. The ball sent down towards the target. Beautiful play. Look at this. Here we go. Luquitas Monteverde. Surely Monteverde. That's very, very good indeed from UAE. Their side, taken on by Tocolino, quick as a flash in there. Brody's going to go, going in there now. There's the pass by Tocolino for Brody. The ball's out to the left hand side. Tocolino, angle shot, can he find it? Yes, he can. Has got a hold of it. Here comes Carmagnac. Surely the bell is gone. He's got less than 30 seconds. Surely Hughes Carmagnac will get this one. A little tap for Hughes Carmagnac.
Yeah, great game. We were very close with a great team against us. And I'm very happy because we can see that our team is worked very well together.
Brody comes in, steals it away from Muzio. Brody brings it around the corner now. It'll be a race to goal here. Tom Brody being hunted down by Ali Muzio. Good play from Brody. Can he go all the way here? Brody looking pretty good. Brody, can he go all the way? That is always been saved by Muzio. Looking for 10-10 here. The approach is perfect. Surely Santi Tocolino will make it 10 goals to 10. Yes, he does.
Bit hard because first game. And I hope that nobody could tell, but I guess. And no, very funny, very nice. I'm lucky to have scored, I think, 3 goals, so very happy.
Cassettel on the ground, they can stop it. Oh, it is only stops it. Would you believe it? In the grey, who's unmarked and will go to goal, looking for 12-12. Francisco, it is only 12-12. Armagnac's out to his right. Sapo can go and make it 13 goals apiece. Sapo can set. Oh my word, this is absolutely superb.
The last one, because this is the most important. Yeah. It was a throwing, and then a ball came like middle field. I could in one shot put the goal from, I don't know, 50 yards. So very happy about this goal, yeah.
Muzio has the ball. There's the pass by Muzio for Carmagnac. Chasing Tocolino, goes this way. Queens Cup for 2019. 2 games being brought to you live by Guards Polo TV, King Power and MLAW. The first half wasn't great from King Power, but the second half, my word.
We have
Right, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all and a very, very warm welcome to Calgary. Yes, we are in Calgary. Manor Farm, to be precise, for this Cartier Queens Cup.
The first game is always impressed.
Gentlemen, a very, very good afternoon to you all and very, very warm welcome to Les Lions. Indiana in the white colours, we play King Power in the blue. Big drive sent down towards Fuster. This is looking dangerous. He may have even have scored the Andrada. A little caught from Fuster. Ground here. He shoots for goal. The ball's at the left. Di Paola's there. Surely Marco Di Paola. Will it be the first goal of the game for King Power? Yes, it is. Very, very good teamwork from King Power. Pierre, angle shot, Facundo, has he found it? Has he found it? Boy, has he found it. Yes, he has. Looks like the Andrade, or is it Facundo? Facundo Pierre quickly onto that. Very good play by all concerned. Down there towards Max Gusto, who's playing exceptionally well. Good shot, Max. Can he find the angle? Yes, he can. Corner now, cuts infield, Pablo. Very good control. Facundo's not even going to fall. Oh, off the post and in it goes. Another one. Down the side, near side, pick up, what a play, Facundo Pierres. Oh, look at this, he avoids the hook. Look at this from Pierres. Look at that, that is brilliant. Facundo Pierres. Convincing win, I have to say, to Indiana. The final score here, Indiana 15, King Power 11. Right, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all and a very, very warm welcome to Calgary. Yes, we are in Calgary. Manor Farm, to be precise, for this Cartier Queens Cup.
The first game is always impressed. I am impressed. I'm a little nervous, and I think the players too. But it was a wonderful day, and we won, and this is the best. This is the most important.
And it's a Gonzalito Pierres who's got the break here, and Gonzalito looking forward to make it 2-2, and he found it. Yes, he has. Beresford infield, they come again, and it is Nico. Angle shot, the goal. Goal is good. Flicks it forward. Now the goal looks pretty big from here. Will he play the backhand? There it is. Backhand Beresford. Has he found it? Yes, I should say Gonzalito. Beautiful play. Gonzalito.
The last tracker we began with 2, and finally we had the head really cold, but we were so strong, and I think the players were really excited and really strong, and they never missed, and we won. Thank you for them.
Very, very warm welcome to the Queen's Ground here at the Guards Polo Club. With Barto, it is Dubai who have the ball back. Castagnola looks to find Heta, trying to get away from the chasing Merlos. In behind it is Charlton. Still with Heta. Heta Castagnola, ball bouncing. Heta, near side Heta. Oh my word.
We started alright. I think we defended alright and we attacked alright, and we seemed to be close to our men. So yeah, we did alright. I think we did the basics better today.
There's a pass towards Barto. Mannix is back to defend here. Mannix must get a backhand, didn't get much onto it. In comes Duplo, in comes Heta. Goal is good. Very, very good backup. Trying to get away from the chasing Mannix. Heta downfield. He scored 9 already. Will he make it 10? Heta Castagnola. Heta. Oh, brilliant. McCarthy with a big drive taken on by Barto, who's still chasing hard here. Even though it's 11 goals to 3. Spencer McCarthy. Go on, Spencer. Can he find it? Barto tries to save it. The ball got in.
They're geniuses, yeah. They know how to play. They do everything. They just need a bit more experience, but they're good.
Sent in field by Duplessis. Here comes Heta for another one. Does the whistle go on? Heta, surely, Heta, Todita, goal Lasso. Infield again for Barto. Here comes Heta for another one. Heta on the run. My word, Heta, surely Heta. Oh, beautiful. Heta Castagnola has scored 11. Absolutely incredible. What a display from Dubai. They've won this match here. Cartier Queens Cup, their opening game, by 12 goals to 5 over Emo. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and a very, very warm welcome to the magnificent castle ground here at Flemish Farm. It is the opening match of the Cartier Queens Cup for 2019.
Yeah, it was very tough. I think Monterosso is one of the best teams this season. They're playing very fast, open, very physical team. Yeah, I think it was a real fight today on the field.
So on a bit of a roll here, he has space here. He's going to goal. There's one, Luis Zabaleta. The side pick up, he goes to goal here now. Two best now, the board, they're eyeballing each other. Down the field, look at this from the 10 goaler. Ujola can he find the next near side shot?
Yeah, last Chaka, I think mentally we wanted this Chaka to be finished, and the other guys played, so they came back by one goal. Yeah, it was very narrow, and I think it was everyone's game at the end. We've been maybe a bit luckier.
Brintos gets up to see what the goal is. There's a shot by Brintos. Has he found it? Oh my word, what a hit! Podestar being taken on in behind by Tom Brody. Near side pick up Podestar, he's done well, helped out by McDonough. The ball's going down towards the goal. Podestar, McDonough, look at this from Strada. This will be sensational, it'll be fine. Strada shoots! Oh my word, what a goal, ladies and gentlemen!
The first game, in truth, we started badly. The first 2-3 chapters we started very slow. Didn't go quite the way we planned, but the second half we got our game together and we started scoring some nice goals the way we planned.
Top over, we'll have to try and put this in on the angle. Cassette shoots. Oh, what a goal! Again, Toccolino has space here. Toccolino goes past the lonely Nordine. In behind Podestar. Surely Toccolino!
Team's strong. It's a good four-man team. So we've, in many cases we have an overlap and everyone feels that it's got a good chance.
Now the ball is popped up to the Brody goes over the top, helped out there by Toccolino, over the top by McDonough. Toccolino's too time is gone. Goal is hit Toccolino. Today at Polo's Finest Club, non-members are invited to book one of our fine dining clubhouse hospitality packages or our coveted club grandstand seating to enjoy some of the world's best polo, played in the stunning location of Windsor Great Park.
Hi there, I'm Anthony Fanshawe, manager of Guards Polo Club, where the Cartier Queens Cup is hosted. If we look back 20 years, we used to play the polo on a much inferior quality of polo field, and these days the players, the horses, the spectators, everybody expects a much better quality of field. I think all across the world all the polo fields have improved a lot, and I think here at Guards Polo Club we have done a hell of a lot to get close to having really, really good polo fields. The introduction of Flemish Farm Castle Ground to the High Goal last year upped the game in a way, because it's a different field from these two fields here in the centre of Smith's Lawn. It's very fast, and I think most polo players love playing on it. I think my main concern as the manager of the club is to try and get the best possible field for the game on any given day, and this is obviously affected by weather, how much play it's had, and the condition of the field. And this summer, irrigation, as you can hear maybe in the background, is a big issue, because we haven't had any rain really all winter, and we're having real problems getting the fields to grow this year. Since Christmas, I think we've had hardly any rain. Now I've said that, I'm probably going to rain from now till the end of the Gold Cup. It's a dynamic situation. You have to be ready for wet weather, dry weather, snow, ice, everything. And so do you polo players. The exciting news for next year is we have started doing a huge project.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very warm welcome to the Duke's Ground here at the Guards Polo Club, and through our third game of the quarterfinal qualifiers in this year's 2019 Cartier Queens Cup. Today's game between Park Place and Emlor Polo team. Well, the players are out on the field. This should be a pretty tight contest here. We'll see what happens in the next hour and a half or two. And this morning we've seen a very, very good game down at the Castle Ground, the magnificent Castle Ground I might add, at Flemish Farm. That was between Scone Polo and they played Monterosso. That was a very, very close game. It could have went either way, and it was, in the end, congratulations to Scone and David Paradise, playing from Australia, playing in his first time here in the UK, and indeed playing in the Cartier Queens Cup for the first time. I'll give you a quick rundown of who's playing here this afternoon on the Duke's Ground. For Park Place at number 1, handicap 0 goals, is Andrei Borodin. At 2, handicap 7 goals, Juan Britos. 3, handicap 10 goals, Hilario Ulloa. And at back, handicap 5 goals, Benjamin Orquiza. For Emlor, at number 1, handicap 0 goals, is Spencer McCarthy. 2, handicap 7 goals, Alfredo Bigatti. At 3, handicap 8 goals, Tincho Merlos. And at back, his handicap is 7 goals from Canada, Freddie Mannix Jr. Your umpires are Jason Dixon and Peter Wright, and your referee is Howard Smith. 6 chuckers is the call. The players are out behind me getting ready for the start of those first 6 chuckers, and it won't be too long before we will be underway. This is the 21st game of the Cartier Queens Cup. It started on the 21st of June. We've seen some incredible polo, I have to say, amazing polo, and a couple of games you might want to watch out for. They have been uploaded onto the Guards TV website. They are those games between UAE and Talandrakis. That was a cracker. And then we've seen another game here, 7 chuckers, between Dubai and La Indiana. La Indiana coming out the best on that one, 16 goals to 15. And that went to the 7th chucker, as I say. The teams are on the field. Emlor in red. The Park Place team in their familiar blue colours. Finalists, of course, last year in this very competition. Looking to go one better this year, but they have to get through this game first. They played on the Queen's Ground on Sunday in a pulsating match between Talandrakis. They went down in that game, but they played some great polo, but just let themselves down in a few chuckers, a couple of or 3 chuckers, where Talandrakis excelled, and well, it was Talandrakis that came out on top at the end of that match, and they have already qualified for the quarterfinals. The quarterfinals to be played on Saturday and Sunday this coming weekend even. And this match, now the 2 teams ready to do battle. Ground looking incredible as usual here. Well done to the boys, the ground staff here at Guards. They do an amazing job. All the players, I haven't heard one complaint from any player during the course of this Cartier Queens Cup 2019. They're all very, very impressed and happy with the grounds. So, Emlor in red, Park Place in blue. As they line up in front of the umpire. In goes the ball, started the first chucker, and straight away, who comes away? Hilario Ulloa brings the ball across field for Park Place, taken on by Spencer McCarthy out to his right. Hilario trying to bring it around. Spencer to his right, still hustling there, not letting him go forward. Still with Hilario, little tap infield. Doesn't get a hold of it. Now he gets a hold of it across field. He goes, taken on by Alfredo Bigatti. Next shot by Juan Britos. Looked to get a big drive downfield, helped up by Orquiza. Upfield he sends it. Andrei Borodin waiting there. Going in was, it looked like Tincho Merlos with the ball, or look for the line rather. And it'll be a red penalty in favour of Emlor. inside their own half from the spot as they were going away from goal, and Freddie Mannix will strike it. Hits a big ball, does Freddie. So Mannix takes it forward. Juan Britos is waiting. Mannix, little drive out to the right hand side, looking to find Tincho Merlos, who has a little bit of space to manoeuvre. Orquizas to his left hand side. Over the top there from Tincho. Around the corner he goes. That gives the other boys some play here with the ball, and he's lost it as Merlos. Oh, Orquiza tried to get it on the near side, and behind there was Britos taken on in behind by Bugatti. Bugatti will be, or I should say Britos will be helped up by Ulloa. Good pressure from Bugatti on Britos. Britos gets a little flick under the horse's neck, leaves the ball behind now. Hilario Ulloa, 10 goals has it for Park Place. A minute gone in the opening chukker, no goals yet. Hilario slows it down, he brings it in field. Britos keeps the player away. That's Mannix in front. Oh, he looked for a big one there. Hilario didn't get a hold of it. He was faffing around with it. It wouldn't settle for him. The backhand by Mannix, sent out to the far side. Britos comes in on the near side, tries to get a hold of it. Bugatti with the pressure. Whistle's gone. See what the umpires say about that, but it's looking pretty good for Emlor. Penalty. I should say rolling. Emlor on the chase here. Britos goes to goal. Will it be the first goal of the contest? Bugatti's in behind chasing him, and it is Juan Britos gets the first goal of the game for Park Place, 1-0. I'm joined by Major Jamie Hayward here. Jamie, a little bit fuffing around initially, but Britos from the lineup got a hold of it. Goal is good, 1-0.
Well, as you say, Greg, Park Place coming to this game possibly with a little bit of the edge, but we'll have to see how they go. Hilario Ulloa, beautifully mounted throughout this tournament, and one Britos supporting him very well. Back they come to the centre, 1 to Park Place, Emlor 0. Greg, you've seen every single game, as I have. Who'll you put your money on?
Oh, Jamie, you're putting it to me now, but I would say, you might say, a little bit of an edge, maybe Park Place just. But these qualifying games for quarterfinals, but we have a whistle there, and it's going to be a penalty. I think maybe Emlor were just impeding on the line. These qualifying games, anyone's call. I'm going to sit in the fence, and it's anyone's call. Simple.
I'm going to say Park Place, only that they've had Emlor. They've got some confidence, Park Place, but as you say, the one that matters is this one today. Spot hit. Benjamin Orquiza, who's been taking the ball very well from the back line, sending it up to Hilario Ulloa, which he duly does again. In comes Britos, takes the little tickle there, sets it up well for Ulloa. Ulloa's challenged by Bugatti. Bugatti's over the top, supporting there and bringing it around now is Juan Britos. Juan turns it nicely, has excelled in the league stages, going towards goal. And as you know, everybody who's looking around the world, accomplished polo players, you can't come in across that right of way. And going to goal, just inside the 60. Looks like they're going to award a penalty too.
Just thinking of that, Jamie, 3 red players there on the one player. All the other blue players were free, and all it took was one 20-yard, 25-yard hit from Britos. Anyway, he got the foul, 30 yards, penalty 2, looking good for 2-0, but I don't know, I'm not too sure what 3 of them were doing there in the heap on top of one player.
Polo confusion, I think they call it, Greg. Right. Being sucked in.
Okay.
Britos. Open goal is to make it number 2. As you said, 3 against 1 isn't what you want to see on polo, and they gave away an open goal. Britos, little chip. Looked a little bit dodgy there, Greg. I thought he was going to slip it wide, but it's gone through.
He's one of the best in the business, this boy. He's a young player. He strikes the ball beautifully. He took the majority of the penalties last year and they made the final. He's done so this year as well. Often a couple of games where Hilario took control of the penalty taking, but one back on song. I know it was only a penalty too, but that'll give him confidence for the next ones. Andre Borodin gets the backhand taken on by Spencer McCarthy. The whistle has gone. They'll bring the ball upfield. It'll be a penalty in favour of Emlor, and more than likely it'll be Tincho Merlos from 60 yards to make it 2-1. Andre just crossing the line there, gave away the penalty. He played exceptionally well on Sunday, Jamie. Scored a couple of goals for Park Place, Andre, and has done well, very well throughout the course of this tournament.
Absolutely. In fact, the opening goal of that match was a cracker from about 60 yards out, opened the account and really made a difference. So the penalty for Emlor. Tincho Merlos. Look at the way he gets his pony nicely settled. Beautiful hitting platform. The pony settled. Tincho settled. In he comes. That wasn't quite the way he'd hoped, and it's met beautifully there by Britos. Britos in the firing line, defends it well, takes it away now for Park Place, and the opportunity lost for Emlo. Taking it down the field, Ujoa goes up for the pass. Here goes Hilario Ujoa, and Ujoa's going to take it on the near side. He's being hunted down all the time by Fred Mannix. Ujoa quite beautifully on the near side. Here comes the goal shot under the belly. Left behind, and it's going to be picked up now by Tincho Merlos.
Merlos checks, turns, brings it around from the goal and launches one up towards the middle. Look at this, Andre Borodin goes back to defend, called up by Urquiza. Urquiza taken on by Spencer McCarthy in the grey. Around the corner he goes, over the top there, backhand by Spencer. Only as far as Ujoa, just inside his own half. Backhand by Ujoa, very strong. Borodin will run onto it. Urquiza's in behind him. Borodin goes to goal. Benjamin says, leave it to me and I'll send it up to you. Borodin going to the target there. Big drive by Borodin. Will it reach? Should say by Urquiza, will it reach Borodin? Britos is there, hard to see. Britos has to wheel it around. Britos finds the goal, beautifully done. Very good teamwork by all concerned. Park Place, it's 3-0. Just to say, Jamie, it could have been 2-1 so easy there, but the strike stopped by Britos initially and took it and started off that run of play.
As you say, Greg, and Britos, he's had a hat-trick of goals. He saved the one, as you said, that would have made 2-1. So in this opening period of play, Juan Britos really excelling. 3-0, Park Place with a nice little margin, 2 minutes remaining in the first period. The result of this match will give the winner a place in the quarter-final, so everything to play for. Good play there from Emlo, leaving the ball now for Tincho Merlos. Tincho, hassled by Hilario Ujoa, sends it up to Bigatti. Then he elects to take it himself, and here comes Bigatti. Nice play from Bigatti, shoots from distance, didn't really get a hold of it. Backing up well there was Tincho Merlos. In comes Bigatti. Spencer's there too, but coming across and clearing is Hilario Ujoa.
What a backhand out of the goal there from Britos to save the day, only for the moment. No, what am I saying for the moment? The whistle has blown and they're going to head upfield for a penalty in favour of Park Place. What a backhand by Juan Britos. So fantastic on the offence and equally better in defence.
For me in this chukker, Britos has been the man. 3 goals, okay, admittedly one was a penalty, but great, as you said, Greg, in the firing line, saving the penalty and then saving the backhand there. Juan Britos, the man of the first chukker. 5B from the centre of the field. Park Place advancing in their own half, taken up to the centre of the field. .5B from the centre of the field. Benjamin Urquiza settles his pony down again onto the leading leg. Look at the way her ears are pricked as Urquiza comes in. Hilario waits. Now he's going to tuck in behind. And nice support there. Changed onto a pony called Senyal, this dark horse of his. And going through there, the whistle goes. And I think they might have called play. What do you think, Greg?
They were failing to play the ball, Jamie. They were puffing around with it. And the umpires are saying, get on with it, boys. They know the story.
Very, very firm they've been in the high goal this year. You get one chance, you get told to use it. If you don't use it immediately, penalty the other way. Which actually is brilliant because it means things get speeded up.
That's not so brilliant for Park Place on that occasion, Jamie.
It's for the spectators. Spot hit awarded for Emlaw. They were in reverse at the time. Freddie Mannix with the big drive up to the front door. Tries to get it up to Tincho Merlis. In comes Borodin. Borodin takes the backhand shot. Ricochets off a pony. In comes Bigatti in front of him. Ulloa takes it on the near side. Good defence by Ulloa. Takes it down. Has it gone over the back line? It has. Must have come off a defending player's stick. I didn't hear a whistle go, so it looks like it will be a knock-in. And the pressure by Emlaw on the goal mouth, but at the moment, no result.
Knock-in Park Place. Urquiza. Little pass outfield for Ulloa, taken on by Mannix. Ulloa looking for a big drive. Just came off the horse there of Mannix, took a little deflection. And it's gone over the side, and it's going to be a hit to Park Place. It looks like the umpires have said Urquiza initially, now it's Ulloa. Urquiza's gone forward for a pass. Ulloa was spaced to manoeuvre. They've left him behind here. Out to his left is Spencer, just catching up. Now it is Ulloa still with the ball. He's given all the Emlaw team. Oh, look at that hit, just stopped by, took a little deflection. Oh, going in Ulloa, going across in front of Ulloa was Freddie Mannix. It's looking pretty good here for 4-0, Park Place.
I think Freddie Mannix didn't quite realise the ricochet coming across there. It was a player coming down the line. And as you say, Greg, 4-0, if it's converted, will be a decent margin at the end of the first chukker. Coming to this game, Emlaw unfortunately had 3 losses. Park Place had 2 wins. So as I said, a little bit of confidence for the Park Place team in the preliminary stages, but it doesn't matter for anything other than the winner of today's game to join our other quarter-finalists. Yesterday, La Bamba de Areco, and this morning was Scone in a thriller at Flemish Farm. Britos all the way along the ground. Ooh, and he said last time, Greg, one that he hadn't missed any. Well, there's the first.
Well, I said he was one of the best in the game, Jamie, and he had a little spell whereby he didn't convert, and Ulloa took over in a couple of games, but he failed to make contact with that one. Well, he did make contact, but he put it out to the right and wide. The Bellahooder's gone, 30 seconds remaining. They hit up by Freddie Mannix. Merlis has to go back and get it. Didn't get much onto it. In comes one. Britos, open backhand, sent downfield. Takes a little deflection. Ulloa's there on the near side. Next shot, sent down towards the target. Back to defend. Look at this. It's, oh my word, it was already almost kicked over by Bugatti's horse, who was back to defend for Emlaw. But that is the end of the opening chukker here in the Duke's Crown, everybody. Scoreboard reads Park Place 3, Emlaw 0. They'll be back with the second, in a couple of minutes' time. Thank you. Don't go away.
So away we go in the second chukker from the back line. Tincho Merlis tries to get it up to Bigatti. Bigatti waiting. Little turnaround play there by Benjamin Akiza, but he brought his horse across the right of way, so the umpires have blown against him, and they'll take this one up to the centre of the field. 3-0 beginning of the second, and first penalty goes the way of Emlaw. Teed up from the centre of the field, Tincho Merlis. Seconds only gone in this second chukker. Tincho taps it forward. Bigatti goes up for the pass. Lovely shot there from Tincho. Bypasses Bigatti, goes up to Spencer. Big backhand on the near side from Benjamin Kaiser. Strong in defence, picked up now by Britos. Borodin goes left. Ulloa goes up there as well, left, and there goes Borodin. The pass is good. Borodin is over the territory into Emlaw. Borodin, little bit of a shank there from him, and that's allowed the big man himself, Fred Mannix, to turn it around. Sent to Tincho, who whips that one away. Didn't get the length he was looking for. Backed very well indeed by Tincho Merlis, who sets it up for Hilario Ulloa. Mannix gets out of the way as he couldn't come in and make that play. Ulloa shoots! Wide. Opportunity there for Park Place. Great pressure.
Very good pressure. They failed to clear the decks properly there, did Emlaw and Ulloa. Well, you probably would have thought on 10 goals, a player of his standard, and I know it looks easy from here, but he may have slotted that one. 3-0. Emlaw trailing. Merlos from the back. Tincho taken on by Britos. Flicks it forward out to the right hand side. Britos on the chase. Merlos lets the horse run up to the halfway line. They go. It's still with Tincho Merlos in behind him. Freddie Mannix. He takes control now, Freddie. Big Freddie from Canada. On the halfway line, he slowed it down a tad, so the momentum is lost momentarily. He flicks it in towards the goal, into the centre rather. Still with Mannix. They're doing a good job blocking there, but the hit comes off the horse of Ulloa, and Ulloa flicks it across field. Hilario Ulloa, backhand doesn't make contact. Ulloa's almost on the top of the horse's ears there. Here comes Bigatti. Bigatti downfield. Emlaw. Surely Alfredo Bigatti. He takes care of Britos. Near side Bigatti. Goal is good. Alfredo Bigatti. As Emlaw tried to, well, I should say Ulloa, he was trying to ride the horse on top of his head there, Jamie, at one stage.
Is what you might call truly out of the plate, riding one of his favourite mares called Ingenia. Bigatti scoring there on a nice mare called Splendida, and back they'll come to the middle of the field. Well, as you said, Greg, that's why he's 10 goals, not only with the stick, but a 10-goal horseman as well. He loves his ponies, and he really did balance, as you said, right on the horse's ears. Got back in the plate. Ends reverse. 3-1 now. Emlaw get themselves off the mark. Backhand there by Benjamin Akiza, but it goes straight to Freddie Mannix. Freddie Mannix brings it around nicely. Supporting behind him is Bigatti. Ulloa takes the big open backhand, sets it up very well for Benjamin Akiza, but it's stolen in front of him by Tincho Merlis. Tincho, a very experienced campaigner, turns it around nicely. Little sneaky play there, scoots away from the opposition, and now it's Tincho Merlis taking it down the field, goes away in front of Hilario Ulloa, looking for goal number 2. In comes the goal shot from Tincho Merlis. Yes, it is number 2, and Emlaw get themselves right back into the game in the first half of this second chukker. They just trail by 1 goal now. The score 3-2 favour of Park Place.
Talk about the hot knife through butter. He's on a pretty quick one, Merlos. Flew through them. Beautiful control. 3.5 gone. 3-2. Good chukker. Emlaw backhand, the ball rather, taken on now by Ulloa on the far side, trying to get away from Bigatti. Ulloa's on a pretty quick one here too. Look at this. In field he goes. Back to the fin goes Mannix, gets the backhand, turns it upfield now. Turning onto that very quickly indeed was Spencer McCarthy. Spencer may have got the foul there for his team, or Kiza went in on the play. Spencer turned that horse on the proverbial halfpenny, penny, dime, you name it. He turned it. It's going to be in favour of Emlaw. Where are they going to place it? Will it be 5B? They're having a chat with the referee. That's Howard Smith. 5B or 60 yards. 5B is the call. Much to Tincho Merlos' dismay. He thought it should have went further. Anyway, that's the decision. Get on with it, boys. 3 minutes remaining in the second. 3-2. Just to let you know, the lineup so far for the quarterfinals. Indiana will play La Bamba de Areco. Scone will play Talandrakas. Park Place will play the winners of this game, and King Power will play the winners of our second game this afternoon, either Dubai or Casalavista Ibiza. Bigatti looks for the hit infield, doesn't quite reach Merca. In comes Mannix. Oh, there's an equaliser, and I think it was Bigatti who hit it. Alfredo Bigatti took that out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, Park Place, well, this is a start they did last Sunday, Jamie. They were 4-0 up at the end of the first, and they played against Talandrakas at the end of 3 chukkers. It was 8-5, so basically it was 8-1 and 2 chukkers. And is it going to be a repeat? Oof.
Yes, as you say, they were 4 goals up and then they went down. Just to reiterate, those 4 quarter-finalists that you mentioned there, Greg, came through by rights earlier in the week, so we're having the playoffs, and as you said, we have one match to follow this between Dubai and Casalavista, as it's going to be turned around now by Tincho Merlos. Tincho turns it in the middle of the field, loses it. Ujoa turns it around very well, plucked in the air there by, I think it was Mannix, or might have been Bugatti, but they've lost it anyway. Tincho's over the top, through comes Benamina Kisa. He's now into the territory of Emlaw. And very emphatic whistle there from Jason Dixon as he turned around. Looks like he's getting his yellow card out.
Is that dispenser?
I don't think so. Where the referee up there? Well, excessive use of the whip being used there against one of the Emlaw players has earned themselves a yellow. The umpires, quite rightly, extremely firm on misuse of the whip this year. 2 cracks of the whip and you'll get yourself a yellow. Penalty 2, open goal. Juan Bridos with the opportunity to retake the lead. This time the goal is good. He put it wide last time. He makes no mistake. Up goes number 4. And that was a little bit of a costly mistake there, Greg, by the Emlaw player, wasn't it?
At this level, at this stage, in such a close contest, you can't be doing things like that. You're going to get punished, and that's what happened. 4-3, Park Place by 1. They had a 3-goal lead, don't forget, going in at the end of the first, rather. They come back to the middle and just lining up in front of Jason Dixon, Peter Wright officiating on this side. Ball is in play, and it is Merlos who gets the hold of it for Emlaw. Back to defend goes Britos. Britos taken on by Bugatti. Cut shot out to the side, looking to find. What a ride off by Merlos on Hilario Joa. The backhand sent in field, trying to find Bugatti. Bugatti goes over the top. This could be good for Park Place. Hilario gets a hold of it. Britos went forward there, but he didn't let it go. Still with Hilario in behind Urquiza. Now Hilario goes forward. He says hit it, and that's what he's done. Out to the right hand side, but he's given the ball away to Bugatti. Bugatti will check up on the boards and try and come back in field. Good pressure there from Hilario. In field he goes now. He sets his target on the goal here. It is still with Hilario Joa. He puts on the spurt, goes downfield towards the target. There's a shot down to the goal. That's going towards the target. I can't see, but the umpire's in the way. The goal is good. I've no idea who scored it, but Park Place are looking pretty good here. 5-3. Did you see who scored that, Jamie, in our position here? I had no idea who hit that one.
I'm afraid we're both a little short, Greg, down here on the sidelines, and I didn't see either. So who shall we give it to?
The horse.
As Greg said. Ponies, as you know, the most important part. Back they come to the centre. 2 goals advantage in favour of Park Place now. And a whistle just blown. Picking up a horseshoe out there in the middle of the field. Very, very important to remove any horseshoe from the field. If a horse should go and tread on another shoe that is upturned the wrong way, could have a very nasty puncture. Just being given to the scoreboard. Ron, the man who took the shoe off Umpire Jason Dixon. So, 4 Emerald players having a little chat amongst themselves. One of the things we maybe should talk a little bit about it, Greg, is just how beautifully turned out these ponies are. Not just how well they're turned out, but how they are at the peak of their fitness. I mean, they're all equine athletes. Stamina is the name of the game.
We'll have a little chat about that in a moment, Jamie, but they're coming towards the centre for the start, for the throw-in, with seconds to go to the first bell of the second chucker. Hilario Ulloa looks to someone in field. Look at this from Ulloa. It's a beautiful next shot going back. Merlos taken on by Britos. Backhanders missed it in the goal mat. Who's going to get there first? Where's the back? Oh, out comes. Look at this. Oh, spectacular stuff from Freddie Mannix. Well, hopefully he's all right. I can't say the same for the goalpost, that's for sure. It's lying prostrate on the floor. And, well, the hooter is gone. I think the bell went before, I should say the whistle went before the hooter. The ball went over the back line from a defending player's pony, and it's going to be a safety 60 in favour of Park Place. The goalpost will be replaced as soon as possible. Freddie Mannix looks like he's okay. That was a hell of a hit that he hit that goalpost with. Anyway, they have a chance to make it 6-3. Wow.
May I say, Greg, I've never seen in all the years, and I don't think you have either, commentating, that they've taken a goalpost. Freddie Mannix took that goalpost on the pommel of his saddle for a good 40 yards. Have you ever seen that before?
Never. I tell you, he's given it a lift to wanted to go to the clubhouse.
And look at it now, broken in two. And I can tell you, if you...
It's in pieces, man. That stick inside that padding is in pieces.
Now, I tell you from experience, Greg, even though it's padded, I hit the goalpost once myself, 5 broken ribs.
Only once, Jamie? I'm hard to say that you had 5 broken ribs with all that stuff around your rib cage, Jamie. You walked into that one, boy.
That was a bit naughty. Anyway, back to the serious stuff. Juan Britos settles his pony down nicely onto the leading leg. In he comes, this one to take the lead by 3 goals. And he takes that one quite beautifully. It looks like it's through. The umpire's hand goes up. 6-3. Seconds remain to the end of the second chukker. And Park Place now with a commanding advantage. In fact, as the whistle had gone, it looks like they're going to go off and change. The end of the second period, 6-3 in favour of Park Place.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, players come back out for the start of the third chukker, who was almost a repeat from Park Place of their game on Sunday here, they were 3 up at the end. Well, on Sunday they were 4 up, but in this match they were 3 up at the end of the first. And they allowed Emlor to come back halfway through that second chukker, but Park Place were very, very strong in the latter part of the second chukker, and they regained that 3-goal advantage, 6-3 to score. Emlor now on the back foot. Let's see what they can do beginning of the third. Ball is in play, and it will be Tincho Merlos on the grey, one of his favourite horses. Gets control here for Emlor, taken on by Hilario Ulloa, who's got to get out of the way there. Left now for Freddie Mannix in behind. Big drive by Mannix, sent downfield, trying to find Merlos, taken on by Benjamin Urquiza. Going in there, Bugatti also. Will he play the backhand or try and bring it around? He likes to bring it around, it's on the boards. Britos there with Bugatti. Merlos there. Good play, Bugatti's getting away from Britos. Still with Alfredo along the back line. Infield he goes. Ball just popped up as he went to strike it there. It's going towards the goal, and that's superb play. Absolutely superb play. Jamie, what a goal. Bugatti.
As you say, Bugatti really excelled there. He's riding a horse called Chilindrina. We were going to talk a little bit about ponies. A pony that you really want to keep your eye on in this chukker is the dark horse that Hilario Ulloa is riding. It's a stallion called Mesquite. He's played it throughout the Queen's Cup, and it's a little small pocket rocket. And as you know, not so many stallions played. Watch out.
Right, here we go. Ball back in play. Merlos under pressure here. Look, taken on by Ulloa at the backhand. Here comes one Britos. Britos now has control here. 60 yards out. He might even have a go. Backhand missed by Bugatti. Taken on by Ulloa. Ulloa keeps the attack going. Still there with Hilario. It's going towards the goal, but they try to back it out there. Bugatti trying to get a backhand. It was over the goal line, and it's another one for Park Place. They regain the 3-goal advantage. Good pressure straight away back from Park Place after that goal by Bugatti.
I told you to keep your eyes open on that little pocket rocket, and it certainly is. It's a really lovely stallion of Ulloa's. It's only 10 years old, and it's been actually one of his mainstays of this tournament.
Off we go again. Ulloa flicks it around the corner, trying to get taken on there by Freddie Mannix. Mannix wins the day with that one. Urquiza's on the chase out to his right hand side. What a cut shot by Freddie Mannix, sent in towards that goal. Back to the fend goes Urquiza, must get the drive across field. Does so. Urquiza being hunted down by Mannix. He's on a quick one. Big chest up with a white face. Will he play the backhand? Yes, he will. Beautifully executed. Merlos turns onto it very quickly. Ulloa's there as well. The backhand by Ulloa. I think it took a little knock off the horse, and we have an umpire's whistle down the bottom right hand corner. Very good play by all concerned. Not too sure where the whistle went over there, Jamie. Did you see anything? I'll throw you under the bus on that one.
You certainly did put me under the bus, Greg. I wasn't actually at that particular point watching the throw in. Not quite sure why.
No worries. Ball and play. Britos with the call. Checks, turns. There's the drive along the board, out to the left-hand side. Look at this from Ulloa. Has to check. Oh, going in there, Merlos. Ulloa in field, trying to find one of his blue teammates, but no one there. Bugatti will bring it around the corner. Emlor 7-4 to score, with 3 minutes, coming up to 3 minutes gone in this third chukker. Now it is Merlos with Ulloa hassling him. Urquiza's in behind. Merlos, still with Merlos. Now he's gone past Ulloa. Still with Merlos. Will he try the next shot? No, it's left behind. It'll be Benjamin Urquiza. Backhand by Urquiza, sent upfield now towards the halfway line. Back to the fend goes Bugatti, taken on by Britos. Backhand by Bugatti. Unlucky comes off Britos, and it'll be Park Place who come forward. There's the pass upfield, trying to find Ulloa. Stopped by Bugatti. Bugatti gets the flick across field and sends it over to the board. He checks up over there now. Ulloa hasn't left him though. He's still with him. Still there with Bugatti, helped out by Merlos. Bugatti under severe pressure here from Ulloa. Backhand infield, trying to find teammate Mannix. Near side drive by Mannix. Now it's Merlos in there. Ulloa still fighting. And all that work that Ulloa did has paid off, because here comes Juan Britos. Can he go all the way? Merlos on the fast grey, chasing him behind. Britos got first run. Britos going to goal. Merlos is not going to catch it. Britos finishes it off superbly. Beautifully done rather from Juan Britos, and Ulloa really made up. Britos had an easy task in the end.
He did have an easy task, but even when you're given a gift as he was by all that work from Ulloa, he was beautifully placed. He literally was waiting. The play was made by Ulloa. It left Britos clear, and there was absolutely nothing that the red shirts of Emlo could do. Quickly back there with all the players off the field, umpire bowled the ball in.
Benjamin Urquiza with a strong backhand comes off his own man horse. Britos will get a hold of it now. Flicks it around and gets control. Ulloa's gone forward. In goes Spencer, the big drive by Britos, beautiful strike again out to the left hand side, and it will be Ulloa taken on by Freddie Mannix. The backhand is poor, but in comes Merlos to the side, waits for the rebound. Benjamin Urquiza gets out of the way, doesn't have a play. It is Merlos slows it down. Mannix says, go on Tincho, I'll bring it up, I'll bring it forward, I'll send it up to you, one or the other. He lets it settle, and there's a huge drive, send across field by Mannix, trying to find Tincho. Merlos up there also, Spencer McCarthy in company with one Britos, near side, next shot by McCarthy, back to the defend goes Urquiza. Do we have an umpire's whistle? Yes we do, several players looking for the ball. Oh my word, it's getting close now, a lot of tension out there.
Well, the last goal that was scored, the umpires bowled the ball in literally with only 3 players on the field. This time they've given them all a free change, allowing them to go off. Penalty gone in favour of Emlo. At the time they were advancing. Looks like it's another penalty too. During this tournament, Greg, how many penalty twos have you seen put wide?
I tell you, amazingly, I'd say on average, I'd say about 7 or 8, easily. And yeah, I'm not going to name the players, but yes, 7 or 8, at least 7 or 8.
What I was saying is I don't think I've ever seen a tournament with so many put wide by so many good players. Maybe it's the pressure that's just getting to them.
I think so. Pressure, tension, the whole thing is just, you know, it's the Cartier Queens Cup. Merlos with the strike gets the score, and Emlo 5, Park Place 8. 3 goals separate them. Huge pressure, Jamie, on these teams, and they're all equal. There's no, I say they're all equal. There's no team you look at in the groups, either group, and say yes, that's going to win. That's going to win. It's, you know, every team has a chance here.
They do, and as you say, it's the Cartier Queens Cup, first played for in 1960. Presented by Her Majesty the Queen. What better honour than to win her trophy?
No, absolutely, absolutely superb. Final to be played on the 16th of June, of course. 3 p.m. will be the roll-in. Sunday, the 16th of June. Finals of the Cartier Queens Cup. Ball is in play again from the throw-in, and 8-5 to score. A little bit of a melee there in the centre of the ground. Hilario Ulloa digs it out, tries to bring it forward, loses control. Now it'll be Bugatti, checks that horse around, very sharpish indeed. Hilario in there again, boy. He's like a little terrier, isn't he? Superb from Hilario. Here comes Juan Britos. Brings the ball around to the side now. Lets the horse run. Britos up over the halfway line. Out to his left is Bugatti. Britos with a huge big lofted drive, sent down towards the target. Going up there will be Hilario, but going back first will be Freddie Mannix with a big backhand across field. Infield he sends it. Well, whistle on the play. You seen Bugatti turning onto it. Britos went in for the play. It's looking pretty good here for Emlo.
So although he came in really quickly there, Greg, he took the offside backhand. He just didn't have quite enough room in front of the Emlo player. That element of danger so crucial in the umpire's decision was there. And unfortunately for the team, it's going to be given away. I think the Emlo team there were confident they were going to get a penalty for. They went all the way down the field to the 60-yard point. It's a little bit of psychology, Greg, when they go down.
No harm in trying, mate. No harm in trying, you know. Come on, umpires, give us a hand here. Not a bit of it. The boys are strict what they decide, and that's all there is to it. And rightly so.
But you may have noticed there's always a bit of a game of cat and mouse. The team always want to push it down further. 5B, they were about 80 yards from the halfway point. Hit to be taken by Tincho Merlos.
Right, can they get one before the end of the checker? There's about 30 seconds to go to the first bell of the third. 8-5 is the score. Merlos lets it, sends it low and hard. It's going down towards the goal, but it takes a little deflection. Ulloa must get it on the near side and does so. Taken on by Bugatti. Ulloa lets it settle. Drives it upfield. Britos is there. Back to the defend goes Merlos, though he'll have first bite of the cherry on this one. Merlos, will he play the backhand straight downfield? He sends it. Bugatti meets it beautifully. Flicks it in field. Look at the space he's made. First time hit. Bugatti sent down towards Mannix. This could be superb. This could be one of the goals of the tournament. Oh, I thought he was going to hit it first time. The Hooter's gone, and it is a brilliant goal anyway, regardless, irrespective from Freddie Mannix, under the neck. They all played a part in that. Superb by all concerned. It's 8-6, end of the third.
But what was really noticeable there, Greg, was the tremendous backhand from Tincho Merla, straight to Bigatti, who was beautifully positioned. The anticipation between those two, Bigatti sent it across the field, and as you said, an absolute cracker of a goal from Mannix. They're right back in the hunt. So that's half time. 8-6. We'll be back in just a few moments. So welcome back to everyone around the world to the Duke's ground here at Smith's Lawn. Emlaw coming right back into this match at the end of the fourth chukker. 8-6 the score. Just a little word. I mentioned earlier on in the match that that shoe had been taken off the field. One of the horses had thrown its shoe. It's a big operation to bring a polo team to the field. I'll have a farrier here, so that horse that had lost its shoe in that chukker will already have been reshod, ready to come back into the game. So with umpire Peter Wright, Jason Dixon, you see the two, a little bit of gamesmanship there, Greg. You see they're just having a little bit of a fight before even he's held his hound aloft. In it goes.
Right, straight away Mannix sends it upfield. Here we go, Spencer McCarthy's on the run. Has he got first run on the chasing Borodin? Yes, look at it, right off by Borodin and McCarthy. And I think Borodin has done enough there to put McCarthy off his stroke as he went to strike the ball towards the target. Good effort from Spencer McCarthy. And very well done to Andrei Borodin. Sticking to his man, sticking to his task. Knock in, Park Place. Benjamin Urquiza, 8-6 to score. The winners, of course, will play UAE. There's a big drive by Urquiza, sent upfield. Look at this, now it's a race. And here we go, it is Ulloa. Big drive by Ulloa. Britos will take care of Tincho Merlos. Manis goes back, Ulloa has to check. Now, he'll just come inside, let him go forward. There's the hit sent down towards the goal. Look at that eye, look at that pick up on the near side by Tincho Merlos. What a play, ladies and gentlemen. That was superb. That ball was travelling at 80 plus miles an hour, and he made it look stop perfectly. Brings the horse around, but he sent it outfield. He's given it away to Britos. Backhand sent infield towards the goal again. Britos with Urquiza there, Bugatti there also, and it's taken on now by Ulloa. He's everywhere. Backhand Ulloa, look for a little tail shot to the goal. Taken on by, is it Merlos or Bugatti? I think it is Merlos who has control. There's the drive upfield trying to find Spencer, who has to check. Will he get a hold of it? Spencer gets enough onto it and brings it forward. McCarthy now looking to set something up here for his team. Still with Spencer. Urquiza's in behind. Spencer still with the ball. This time he's taken on by Borodin out to his left hand side. Beautiful play by Spencer McCarthy. Borodin takes him out of the play. Going up there now. Freddie Mannix takes care of Ulloa. Near side required by Mannix. Flicks it in towards the goal. Merlos in behind. Backhand Urquiza. Saves it a momentarily and brings it around for Juan Britos, who has the ball. Waiting on him is Spencer McCarthy. Juan sends it infield. He's giving it away. Oh, we have a player down. Two players from the same team coming together. I was looking at the ball going upfield and I've no idea what happened there, but I noticed two guys on the ground. Jamie, did you see what happened?
Well, only when they hit the deck. I think they both turned for the backhand and unfortunately were unsighted about each other. And Hilario Joua is sitting up all right, and the lovely mare that he was on, Occasion, she's gone away, and Benjamin Urquiza is flat out on the deck. Well, we keep talking, Greg, about the rules of polo and how important it is. Safety, well, there was a very good example of why we have the rules so specifically designed to make sure that there is no element of danger. The ambulances, both of them, that attend all of these games quickly on the field, and the two ponies that have galloped off seem perfectly all right, but they'll be quickly looked after and attended to by our resident vet. Very important that both medical and veterinary attend at all times, and we'll just give a little break and make sure that Benjamin Urquiza and Hilario Joua is all right. But just to come back, Greg, Benjamin's the one who seems to be a little bit the worse off. Let's hope he's okay.
Just going back to what you said, Jamie, it's a case really, yes, safety is everything, but don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, these players out here, they're the best in the world. They're travelling at anywhere from 30 to 40 miles an hour. The majority of the horses are thoroughbreds. They all want to win. The adrenaline is flowing. Everything's going at the rate of knots. The umpires blow and they make split-second decisions as to what happens in a play. Often the players will give back chat to the umpire because they thought they were in the right. But like soccer, cricket, anything, it doesn't matter. The umpire is always, well, it's a thankless job. But basically, what it comes down to, thank God these rule changes have occurred, because the safety element in the game, in my opinion, Jamie, has increased dramatically. Even though we see two players on the field here from the same team, thankfully Benjamin is okay, is up, and Hilario is sitting on the sideboards. These boys are tough, and I'm sure they will continue. Do you agree, Jamie?
I do. I mean, you say they're very tough. The safety element is, as you say, very important. I think the speed has increased maybe 20-30% over the last 20 years, maybe even more.
Absolutely.
And therefore changing the rules and having respect for each other on the field. I think one of the big things now is that people are much more spatially aware of what's going on, and that's come because the rule changes have meant that people have the confidence to know what is dangerous and what is not. And I think actually the modern game from now compared to 20 years ago is immeasurably better.
Couldn't agree more. Look, in any sport, it doesn't matter whether it's soccer. Someone takes a corner in soccer, two players go up for it, they both have their eye on the ball, and they clash heads. All of a sudden, two guys are knocked out. It happens, you know, or there's concussion. Here we see two guys on the floor. Sure, they were looking at the ball, they were both turning. Well, I didn't actually see what happened, so I'm not really going to comment on it. But yes, they were on the floor, simple as that. But the majority of the time, I can tell you, everything is designed for the safety of the horse and the rider, and in my opinion, polo is a much, much better game, not only for the spectator because it's much faster, but also safer for the players and horses.
And one of the other changes that we've seen is the change in helmet structure. And last year, new helmets were brought in, 3-point helmets with special casings to make sure that the players had the best possible headgear, and I think this is a very big improvement. The number of collisions that happen now, we've seen helmets come off in the past. These days they don't because of the 3-point harness, and as I said, the improvements in helmet design been very important. So we're very lucky that Benjamin Akiza and Hilario Ulloa are both remounted. Probably both of them have changed ponies. In fact, I see Hilario Ulloa, he's got onto a grey that's called Lindero, making sure that his other pony that came down has a little break, a chance to regain its breath.
Well, that's the other thing. The horse that came down, they'll be checked out by the vet. Another safety precaution, which is always paramount. The welfare of the horses is everything. And 8-6 is the score, ladies and gentlemen. Park placed by a couple. There's 2 minutes gone in the fourth chukka. And think it will be a roll-in from where the ball ended up at the end of that unfortunate incident where we've seen two players prostrate on the floor, and as Jamie said, thankfully they're okay. So what is the situation here? Where are they going to take it from? Yep, they're lining up for the roll-in. Anybody's contest here. The winner will play UAE in the quarter-final on Saturday, I believe. Umpire Dixon wants a little space before he pulls the ball in. Adrenaline is flowing big time out there. In goes the ball. Who will win the lineup? It's going to come for Ulloa on the grey. Little backhand tries to find Britos and does so. Juan infield straight away, taken on by Bugatti. He's looking for the hook in behind. Britos has got away from him. He's up to the halfway line. There he looked for the big drive, didn't quite get a hold of it. In comes Mannix along with Bugatti. Bugatti's backhand was strong. Merlos is over on the far side. Chasing him will be Urquiza. Merlos has to just check up now on the boards. The far side of the field. Comes infield. Urquiza is there. There's the drive along the ground. Britos will get a hold of it. It's not going to reach McCarthy or indeed Bugatti. Britos with the call. Backhand looking to find Ulloa. Didn't get much onto that Britos, and he could pay the penalty. No, he's got away with it. Do we have a whistle? No, the ball comes across field. Britos again. Good play, one Britos. He's sticking to the task here. Can he get away from Freddie Mannix? Mannix is chasing him behind. Britos, how on earth he's keeping the ball? I have no idea. He's got Velcro on the mallet. Look at this one, Britos. Oh my word. Whistle on the play. Was he fouled there, Jamie? You had a better sight than I did. It was Mannix and Britos. What a play by Britos, superb.
Well, they were advancing down the field, and I think that Mannix unfortunately did slightly interfere with Britos. The two umpires dropped the ball down on the 30-yard point, and it looks like Hilario Ulloa is going to tee the ball up. Britos broke clear, got the backhand. pressure actually had always been in favour of Emlor for the last minute or two, but now Park Place, you can just quickly see how the fortunes change so quickly in polo. One well-placed backhand and an attack from the opposition then becomes into defence for them, as Britos will take this one. It's a penalty too, and this is to take them into a healthy advantage of 3 goals. Britos for the strike.
Beautiful hit from Britos. The goal is good and the whistle has gone, so the penalty's being given, the goal is good, and they will have, or Park Place at least will have, a hit from the halfway line. Also, penalty 5B, Park Place on the ascendancy here. 9-6, UAE awaits in the quarter-final. The winners.
So play restarts. As I said to you, Mannix just got in the way, but in the view of the umpires, dangerous riding, excessively dangerous riding, which is why they'll restart play with a penalty 5B and a yellow awarded for dangerous play. As Greg and I have been saying, safety is so important. We've had one nasty accident. Well done the umpires for keeping a firm grip.
Urquiza along the ground, stopped by Bugatti, who has time to check and bring it around. Merlos takes away Ulloa. Bugatti has space here. Urquiza is in front. Bugatti into the opposite half of the field he goes. Look for the big one, didn't get it. Look at his horse of Ulloa, turns around. The 2 greys will have a little ding dong between themselves now. And Ulloa, look for a big one, didn't get a hold of it. In comes, it'll be Merlos. Tries to bring it around, leads the ball now for Bugatti. Bugatti chasing Ulloa in behind on the other grey. Flicks it in field and goes away from Benjamin Urquiza, or Bugatti's on a quick one here. Urquiza's chasing Bugatti. Here's the next shot, Bugatti. Has it got the legs? Has it got the accuracy? I don't think so. It's out to the right hand side and will go wide.
Well, you mentioned those grey ponies. Bugatti's changed in this chakra onto a horse called Tortija. Ulloa changed onto a horse called Lindero. Very often, Greg, the best ponies are the ones they change onto, because that's giving them that little extra edge.
Well, they're fresher, Jamie. Yeah, absolutely. And the ball is in play again. The hit out wasn't great. And look at this from Ferry Mannix. Around the corner he goes, putting pressure here on this Park Place goal. And Britos with the hit out, now taken on by Bugatti. Horse kicks it out to the boards. Bugatti, Merlos there to help out his teammate. Good work by Tincho Merlos. Bugatti trying to get control of the ball, taken on by the other grade there of Ulloa. Now Merlos. The umpires say get out of the way. Merlos sends it in field, trying to find Spencer McCarthy. McCarthy's angle shot, next shot, couldn't find it, goes wide. Good effort from Spencer, almost, but no cigar. Just over 2 to play in the 4th, 9-6 to score. Emlor pressuring here. Urquiza will bring it forward for Park Place. Benjamin. Outfield, big drive by Benjamin Urquiza. Here comes Ulloa. He's on a fresh one now. Upfield he goes, trying to go around Freddie Mannix. Look for the backhand. The backhand by Mannix. Ulloa screaming to the umpire. The whistle is silent. Bugatti around the corner on the grey. Bugatti far side taken on by Urquiza. The right off is strong. In behind him is Merlos. Bugatti slows it down a tad over by the scoreboard. Tries to come back in field now. Being hustled all the time there by Urquiza. Still with Bugatti. Looking for space. Ulloa comes in, steals it away. And they're looking for the foul now, Emlor, and is silent. The whistle again, that is. And there's a huge big kick by Ulloa, sent up there towards his teammate Britos, but taken on by Merlos. Merlos about 30 yards from his goal, must get the backhand. He does so. Not much distance onto it. Picked out of the air beautifully by Ulloa. The hit by Ulloa, wide. Oh, it's up and down, Jamie. It's anyone's game here.
Very much so, and Ulloa literally everywhere on the field. That's made his 3rd change in this chukker. Chestnut mare that he's now jumped onto, Kavaska. If you've got time and the opportunity, if you can manage to change twice, even 3 times, it just gives you the edge over that trailing player. Emlor restart play.
Merlos, Mannix have the ball for him. Tincho under the neck, Mannix into the centre. The waiting there also is Bugatti, the backhand by Urquiza. No one there for the blue team. Bugatti brings it out to the left hand side. Still with Alfredo. Bugatti taken on by Urquiza. In behind Ulloa. Look at his horse check and turn on the board, the far side. It is Ulloa. Turns that around quickly. Mannix goes back. He slows it down a tad. He's waiting for his teammates to go forward. Still with Freddie Mannix. I should say Ulloa. Oh, the hit just stopped. Urquiza. Urquiza from about 80 yards. Wide. Beautiful strike. Urquiza. Good play. Good backup. Park Place.
Well, even though it went wide, that was a great example of how to follow down the line of your teammate. There goes the bell. That will be the end of the fourth chukker. Let me just finish. Ulloa was coming down. He managed to take it forward. Unfortunately, came off a pony, but Urquiza beautifully positioned to take the strike as he came through. The end of the fourth period. Park Place 9, Emlaw 6.
Yeah. Right, everyone, welcome back to the Duke's Ground here at the Guards Polo Club. 2 more chukkers to play. And don't forget, we are live at 5 o'clock for the match between Dubai and Casa La Vista Ibiza. Start this 5th chukker with a knock-in from the Emlaw back line to be taken by Tincho Merlos. Tincho, upfield, he sends it. Trying to find Bugatti, backhand Urquiza. Beautiful Urquiza, almost found Britos. Going forward it was Ulloa, but they got to chase now because Merlos has it back for Emlaw. Mannix will take care of Ulloa. Merlos with the call over the top. Mannix near side to try and pop this out of the air. Big hit, look at that drive by. What a play by Freddie Mannix. Is down towards the goal. Borodin must get the clearance and does. What a play. Andrei Borodin takes the ball over to the opposite side of the field and away from the goal mouth. And around the corner he goes. Andrei Borodin, where's his backup? No one there. Coming in now, Spencer McCarthy, the other patron, Emlor. There, reaching out Bugatti, trying to get a hold of it for Emlor. Helped out by Tincho Merlos. The attack will continue here. The hit by Merlos comes off Ulloa. Ulloa waiting. Merlos has the call. Tincho with the ball. Malik cuts in behind him. Right off is strong and Merlos by Bigat, by Ulloa. Sent upfield now. Here we go. It's Benjamin Urquiza. Can he set sail and go downfield for Park Place? It is Benjamin Urquiza. Out to the left hand side is Freddie Mannix. Urquiza, the approach looking pretty smart from here. One little tap in field will go all the way. Near side Urquiza. What a goal! Benjamin Urquiza. Park Place. Double figures. 10-6. Incredible. What a goal, Jamie. Superb.
Absolutely, but you saw Benjamin Urquiza, he picked the ball up from Hilario Ulloa, and I keep saying about balancing a pony when it's taking a penalty, but you must have been able to see, those of you watching around the world, the horse that Benjamin Urquiza on just flattened out, gave him the most brilliant hitting platform, and he swapped from the offside. And I think both you and I, we were watching, we really didn't think he'd catch that near side play, but the horse was so perfectly balanced that he was able to just pick it up and send it through the goal mouth. The hitting platform, so important.
Right, Merlock's hooked out of the play by Ulloa, the backhand by Ulloa. Malik is back to defend for Emlor. Oh, in there, Benjamin almost got his head taken over that backhand, but he's won the day here. There's a little tail shot, didn't make contact, and it'll be Malik who brings it forward. Emlor on the back foot here, trailing by 4. There's 5 minutes remaining in the 5th, and it is Urquiza far side on the halfway line for Park Place. Benjamin flicks the ball down the side. Britos is waiting for it. Merlos is back to defend in behind Bugatti. Look at this from Britos. Look at this from Britos. He couldn't get the near side. It's left behind. Backed up by Ulloa. Is good. Ulloa shoots from distance. Oh, that wasn't far away from Hilario Ulloa. Superb strike just out to the left of the goal. 2.5 minutes gone in the 5th, and pressure here on Emlor, either end of the field. Merlos bringing the ball forward, changing tactics. Originally it was Freddie Mannix. There's the next shot across field. Bugatti has to check there and gets possession. Alfredo. Urquiza's waiting on him. The 2 number 4, or should say 2 against the number 4. Good work by Merlos. Takes away Urquiza momentarily. Now it is Urquiza going back in on Bugatti, who still has control. Britos is in front. He's the trouble now, you might say. Still with Bugatti. There's the little pass. He's seen Merlos coming forward. Will he play the next shot? Tincho shoots for the target. Mannix is waiting. Ulloa is there trying to get a hold of it. The ball is left behind, and Britos will get control. Called off in behind by Ulloa. Ulloa look for a big drive upfield. Near side Britos up towards the halfway line, and it'll be Bugatti's backhand across field, little tail shot. In comes Tincho Merlos, and you've seen the perfect scenario there of crossing the line of the ball. As the ball came across field, board to board, Britos had the line. Merlos went in at right angles. Whistle's gone. Looking good for Park Place.
If they'd been 5 yards further ahead, that would have been okay, but it's whether that player comes across, and in that case, as you said, Greg, Tincho just not quite far enough ahead. At the time, they were going directly across the field, so there was no advantage for Park Place, which is why they're going to give a 5B from the middle of the field. You notice that there was absolutely no dissent from the Emlor team there, Greg. They knew it was a foul and just were happy to allow it to be given. Looks like they're having a free change, just making sure that the pony from Emlor is okay. So whilst Emlor takes... Tincho Merlos takes his pony off, the umpires call free change. A free change will be given if there's any question about the welfare of the horse. So if a horse needs time to change, rather than put pressure on the players to get off the field quickly, the 2 umpires will just say, okay, you can take your time, because normally you would not wait, and that is why sometimes you might even see 2 or only 3 players on the field. When a free change is called, gives everybody a chance to take their breath. They might even go to get the spare that's down the other end. Each of the teams have brought together 11 or 12 horses for each player. They've all got a spare pony at either end, so we have spare ponies for each player at the Flying Barn Cottage end, that's of the Duke's ground, and then down the other end on the Queen's ground, all the players have a spare pony there. It means that wherever they are on the field, they've got the opportunity of changing at the quickest point. The ponies have to be within a box that's marked out on the field. They may not change on the sidelines, and it is actually a penalty. The umpires will warn players if they change outside the box, but if they habitually do it, then they will give them a penalty. So Tincho Merlos will rejoin us in just a moment. Here he comes. Park Place back on the field. 9-6 the score, 10-6 the score rather. Double figures for Park Place. The fifth chukker, and work to do, I'd say, for Emlaw.
Yep, they have work to do, Jamie, but I've seen quite a few of these, all of these little Queens Cup games. As look at that from Arquiza, that's 120, 30 yards downfield. They must get the backhand here. Merlos, it's a straight backhand upfield, met by Andre Borodin. Borodin can do some damage here. Andre Borodin! What a goal, Borodin! Boy, he'll remember that one, won't he? Superb from the patron. And Juan Bito says, good on you, boy. 11 goals to 6. Emlaw really chasing it now, Jamie. Superb from Borodin. And he scored 2 on Sunday as well.
Well, I was going to say he'd put those 2 away. I think actually the one he did first of all on Sunday was even better, but that was no slouch of a goal. Really hit that well and straight between the flags. Picked up again. Will Borodin take it? No, it's going to be Ulloa. And Ulloa, he's riding this lovely mare of his called Carter. He's going to break clear of the pack. Look at the way she takes him down towards the flags. Oh, and unfortunately, unkind bounce for him. And it's not going to be goal time, but it's one of his favourite mares.
Here comes Arquiza. He can get the attack going here still. Surely Arquiza. Now Ulloa cuts in behind, said it was mine initially, and I want it, and he's got it. Ulloa, beautiful play. Good backup again from Park Place. And Emlaw in a little bit of disarray here, I have to say. Coming towards the end of this fifth chukker with 2 minutes to go, there is a difference of 12 rather goals to 6. 6 goals separate them. Park Place very strong. Well, they had a couple or 3 bad chukkers in the game on Sunday against Talandrakas. They are little laps during the second chukker, but so far during the rest of the game they've been outstanding. Ball is in play, the hit by Britos, given away to Mannix, who goes back to defend for Emlaw. Can they get something going here, Emlaw? Lofted drive upfield now for Bigatti by Freddie Mannix. Out to his left is Benjamin Urquiza. The ride off by Urquiza is strong on Bigatti, but he's up to the challenger, is he? He's made him stop and slow it down and try and bring it around. He's lost control. Good work there by Urquiza. In comes Ulloa. You know what he's like. He's like a Jack Russell on chili or something else. Whatever. He's everywhere. Whistle's gone on the boards. What did you see, Jamie?
Not much. I couldn't stop laughing about your description of Ulloa as a Jack Russell on chili.
I was actually going to say he's like a Jack Russell with a chili stuck up his bum. So there you go, Jamie.
Well, I can't do anything but laugh. It's going to be a spot hit for Emlaw. About 10 yards in. Now this is a crucial strike. Tincho Merlos would dearly love to convert this. If he can manage to put it away, it'll give them a little bit of a squeak with 6 minutes gone in the fifth. Just 1 chukker remaining. 6 goals the difference. Tincho comes in. He takes the big hit. Going well. Right down towards the flags. Met there by Urquiza. In comes Mannix. Whoa, and Mannix will shoot from there. In it goes. And Fred Mannix was beautifully positioned to pick the ball up from Tincho. But that was probably, 100 yards probably on the angle there, Greg?
Yeah, no, he can strike a ball beautifully, that's for sure. And Mannix was on call. He went looking for a big one there. There was players in his way. He didn't want to hurt a player or indeed a horse. And all it was required at the end of the day as they cleared was a little tap in. And with seconds to go to the end of the fifth chukker, 12-7 to score, 5 goals difference between them. Can Emlaw get another one back before the end of the fifth? And it could be all the difference, but not if this fella gets away. And that's what he's done. It is Ulloa. Out to in the centre comes Merlos, the hit by Ulloa. Golazo Ulloa. They've given him the goal. Beautifully, it looked like for all the world like it was going out to the left. But the goal is good from Eladio Ulloa. He took his time, kept his cool, and boom. 13-7. Response immediate. 6 goals the difference. Again. Seconds to go. Will we have enough time for one more bowl in? No, there goes the hooter. That's the end of the fifth, ladies and gentlemen. Well, 6 goals separate them. The scoreboard reads Park Place 13, Emlore 7. Back with the 6th in a few moments. Thank you. Right, everybody around the world, welcome back to the Duke's Ground at Guards Polo Club. And don't forget, we have another match after this one, the last quarterfinal qualifier in this Cartier Queens Cup between Dubai and Castelvista Ibiza, and it is Tincho Merlos who sends the ball upfield for Emlor. Backhand by Britos, over the top from Urquiza. Merlos taken on by Ulloa. Merlos gets away from his man. Urquiza backhand, unlucky, comes off the horse. Now it is Bigatti. Bigatti, little flick forward. Beautifully played by Alfredo Bigatti. And, well, dare I say it, 13-8, 5 goals. It's not insurmountable, Jamie, is it?
Goal a minute, but what we saw there was from Emlor. It was almost like the pressure. They kept on pushing, and Park Place were on the back foot, made mistakes. If you keep pressurising, just sometimes you can squeak the goal in. It wasn't a particularly attractive goal, but very effective. As you say, it keeps them in the hunt with 6 minutes remaining.
Right. Off we go again. Spencer wins the lineup for his team, Emlor. Across field he goes, still with McCarthy. Over to the scoreboard he goes. Spencer still in control here. Good play, Spencer McCarthy. Just got to check up and try and bring it inside now if he can. Spencer gets a little bit onto it. Urquiza must get the backhand and does so over to the far boards. He sends it. Bigatti's waiting over there as well. The backhand Bigatti down the side. Has he put it over the side? I think he has. It will be a hit to Park Place from the side, and Urquiza. Huge drive again by Urquiza, trying to find Borodin. He's put it over the side also. So it'll now be Emlor with the strike upfield, and this is all playing into the hands of Park Place because they're not putting it over the side intentionally, ladies and gentlemen, but the clock is winding down while all this is happening. Merlos look for a big one. Has the ball back, retains possession. Britos is there, looking for the backhand. Britos doesn't get the backhand. Merlos comes in, still has control. Emlor coming forward. They got to get a hurry on here. although it's easy to say. And there it is, another big drive by Merlos is going down towards the target, just out to the right of the goal. Good effort from Tincho Merlos. But the defence here from Park Place, Jamie, they're pretty solid.
Well, you saw Ulloa just protecting the ball there. Time wasting, I'm not going to say they do it deliberately, but it's all playing into their favour. The longer that they can have that ball either out of play or in their possession counts against Emlo.
Urquiza looks for the next shot. There it is. Look at this. Right on the end of it is Hilario Ulloa. And oh, that hit, I think, Tincho Merlos. And that was a rocket. Juan Britos is there to assist to help him pull up the horse. Ulloa goes in there, completely unintentional. And hopefully, Tincho will be okay. That ball had to be travelling at 100 plus miles an hour. I mean, it was flying. Britos was off to the races, going to goal. And Tincho, well, the umpire has dismounted. Tincho needs help getting off the horse. And hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a little break now. Hopefully, Tincho will be okay. The umpire is helping him out there. Thank you very much. We'll be back soon. Gentlemen, a very, very good afternoon to you all, and very, very warm welcome to Les Lions. Indiana in the white colours, we play King Power in the blue. Big drive sent down towards Fuster. This is looking dangerous. He may have even have scored the Andrada. A little caught from Fuster. Ground here. He shoots for goal. The ball's out to the left. Di Paola's there. Surely Marco Di Paola. Will it be the first goal of the game for King Power? Yes, it is. Very, very good teamwork from King Power. Towards Pierre. Angle shot. Facundo. Has he found it? Has he found it? Boy, has he found it. Yes, he has. Looks like the Andrada, or is it Facundo? Facundo Pierres quickly onto that. Very good play by all concerned. Down there towards Max Goskov, who's playing exceptionally well. Good shot, Max. Can he find the angle? Yes, he can. Corner now, cuts infield. Pablo, very good control. Facundo's not even going to follow. Oh, off the post, and in it goes. Another one. Down the side, near side, pick up. What a play, Facundo Pierres. Oh, look at this. He avoids the hook. Look at this from Pierres. Look at that. That is brilliant. Facundo Pierres. Convincing win, I have to say, to La Indiana. The final score here, La Indiana 15, King Power 11. Right, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all, and a very, very warm welcome to Calgary. Yes, we're in Calgary. Manor Farm, to be precise, for this Cartier Queens Cup.
The first game is always impressed. I am impressed. I'm a little nervous.
Very, very warm welcome to the Queen's Ground here at the Guards Polo Club. It's Barto. It is Dubai who have the ball back. Castagnola looks to find Heta, trying to get away from the chasing Merlos. In behind it is Charlton, but still with Heta. Heta, Castagnola, ball bouncing, Heta, near side Heta. Oh my word.
We started alright. I think we defended alright and we attacked alright.
Well, welcome back everybody. Thankfully, Tincho is up walking around. He's looking around and he's talking, and he looks pretty sound from here. That must have been a real stinger. Oh my word, I promise you, that hit from Ulloa, that was travelling. And I've been told it hit him just above the elbow. Luckily, because if it was any lower, it would have broken his elbow. Now I'm not sure if Tincho, he does wear pads, elbow pads. Thankfully they were on as well, so that would have taken a little bit of the sting out of it. He's going back to the pony lines as we look over on the far side, and I'm sure he's going to continue. We haven't heard anything different from the umpires or indeed the referee up in the stand, Howard Smith. And Jamie, if that was you at that and that ball struck you, you would have been okay, wouldn't you? Because you've got quite a bit of protection there.
The second time you've made that dig at me today, Greg, I'm going to focus on the fact that Hilario Ulloa was travelling flat out. He was riding a horse called Senyal that he played in the first chukker. And I tell you, I was actually looking at that horse fly, and he hit that ball perfectly. The speed and the way he hit it, I don't think, sadly for Tincho, he could have taken a ball that was travelling at anything faster. And frankly, as you say, Greg, it's amazing that he's all right. He is. He's back in the plate. But I can tell you for one thing, he'll have plenty of ice on that arm tonight.
No, for sure. Here he goes, Merlos. Little tentative backhand there, but he's got it away. Out to the side it goes, and he finds teammate Bugatti with 4 minutes remaining in the 6th chukker. Bugatti has to go back and get it. Taken on by Britos. Infield by Alfredo. Still there, met by Ulloa. Look at that play by Ulloa. He sends it upfield. Bugatti has work to do, going back to defend on the halfway line. Alfredo, there's the backhand, open, infield, trying to find one of his teammates there. Merlos taken on by Urquiza. Merlos on the grey, helped out in behind by Freddie Mannix coming through, trying to get away, making a little bit of space. They've all gone forward now, looking for the pass, and there it is by Freddie Mannix. Merlos goes down, good work by McCarty, takes out, borrowed in, the shot by Merlos. Oh, in comes Bugatti. What a play by Bugatti. My word, that was superb, because the ball by Merlos was going across the goal mouth, and wow, pretty fun. That from Jamie. He pulled the rabbit out of the hat, didn't he?
He did, and I thought the ball was going wide from Tincho, and literally from nowhere Bugatti came, and he was so quick, he was far enough ahead. But there seems to be some question mark. The two umpires will consult with the goal judge, and if the goal judge and the two umpires agree, the Park Place players seem not to be at all happy. Bugatti's in there having a conversation because he was confident that he'd put it through. And this will just about keep their hopes alive, and it looks like it's going to be placed wide. So unfortunately that has not been given as a goal, so the sensational play by Bugatti unfortunately overruled, and it'll be a knock-in instead for Park Place. So the score remains 13-8, and the slim chance they had slips away. Restarting play from the back line is Benjamin Urquiza. He sends it up to Hilario Ulloa, who's riding the stallion Mesquite that he rode earlier on in the match. And I told you this horse of his is fantastic. It's lovely short coupled stallion. You can always tell it because all the power is in the hind legs.
Okay, mate. Merlos with the hit from the side. Tincho. Less than 3 to play. Oh, that's poor from Tincho. It's going out to the left-hand side. And I think Urquiza keeps it in play, gets the backhand, turns it around. Bugatti's on the end of it. Waited coming in there. Ulloa. Look at this horse as Jamie was talking about. Look at that check and turn. Absolutely incredible. Here comes one. Britos now. Will this seal it for Park Place? She's got away from the chasing Spencer McCarthy. Britos up the Jukes. Around he goes. Merlos on the grey in behind chasing also. Britos taking his time. Maybe he took his time too much there. He's gone over the top, and it'll be Spencer who brings the ball to the side and saves the day on this play for Emlor. Several players over the top, and again now it's Bugatti who gets control. Well, that should have been a end game here. Oh my word. And Ujoa in there going right in front of Bugatti. And Jamie, I'm surprised he's putting his horse in that kind of danger, especially with a 6-goal lead. Incredible, huh?
Yeah, well, it would be surprising. I think he just fractionally lost control, wasn't intentional, and I think there was a slight check from the Emlaw player because he saw him coming in to intimidate him, and the umpires, as you see, taking this one right up to the penalty for 60-yard position. But as you say, Greg, with everything over, the match sealed, you would not have expected Hilario to put one of his best ponies, let alone any pony, into that position. So a penalty 4, it's going to be Tincho Merlis to take the strike. We've got 2 minutes remaining. Remember, with a penalty 4, you may not lift your head above the level of the shoulder if you miss-hit the first shot, but for a man of Tincho's calibre, he doesn't do that.
Beautiful strike, straight in, and the goal is good, and the score looking a bit more respectable now, 13-9. Less than 2 to play in the 6th. Park Place, unless something from another planet happens out of this world, well, they're looking very, very good for a quarter-final match against UAE at the weekend in play. They go, Merlos gets the hit from the lineup, and Ujoa is going with them. Down the side he goes. Ujoa, Merlos, to the boards they go. Over the top from Tincho, little flick around the corner from Ujoa. The umpire's whistle is gone. I think he turned in front of the oncoming player, and they're given the penalty, and it's going to go the way of Emlor again. The clock is stopped while all this goes on, and they'll bring it into at least the 60-yard line. No, maybe a 40 even. And with just a minute and a half remaining, it should be a big chance for 13-10, Jamie. And Park Place, would you say at this stage they're probably just saving a little bit, keeping a little bit back?
Well, with only 4 days to go to the quarter-final, they would certainly be just holding back a little bit. You say it's a penalty 3 from 40 yards out. I can't see if there's any player going to risk themselves coming across, or is that going to be Britos winding up? In he comes. It's going to be Tincho Merlos. Britos, it is actually a penalty 2. He makes no mistake. Juan Britos put it through. Penalty 2, completely free hit at an open goal. Double figures for Emlaw. And as you say, Greg, with 1 minute remaining, it's all over bar the shouting, and Park Place will just take their time now and run out and save themselves for the quarterfinals.
So, back to the middle. Britos, backhand, out to the side it goes, deflected. Mannix around the corner, still with Freddie, going forward. Britos riding hard on Mannix, big drive by Freddie, out to the left of the goal. Backhand by Urquiza, and in came Tincho Merlos, but all 2 blue players go, Spencer rather. And in going also were 2 blue players. The penalty will go the way of Park Place from the spot, with seconds to go to the bell. And there's the drive by Ujo up for, unlucky there for Andre Borodin. Just took a little deflection off his horse as he went to strike the ball. Turning around Tincho Merlos. Britos in front. Britos steals it away from Merlos. Will he play the backhand here? Gets a little bit of it, but off the horse it comes. Urquiza didn't get much onto it, and coming in Spencer getting the foul on Urquiza. It'll be a penalty in favour of Emlor. It's all a bit futile, Jamie, but at least the scoreboard's looking a bit more respectable.
As you say, a bit more respectable, and nice for Spencer McCarthy to get one there. When you start dithering on the board, which is all I can say that Urquiza was doing, you always risk the opportunity that if you don't clear the right of way or hit the ball, that another player coming in will get the foul. That was the case for Spencer. So this one I think is a penalty 3 from 40 yards out. It can be defended. Let's see what Tincho can do to get them up to 13-11 and make it just a 2-goal deficit at the final scoreline. Tincho. Park Place already shaking hands. Tincho comes in. Yes, it is. Final scoreline 13-11. The bell will finally. There it goes. So, Greg, M-Law, I said at the beginning you wouldn't jump on the fence. I thought Park Place had possibly a little bit of the edge, having had 2 wins.